What's up, guys? We're back with My Hero Academia, Season 7, Opening 12. Season 7, Opening 1. 12th opening. Crazy. My Hero, I think, is about to reach 200 episodes. Maybe this season or definitely next season. I think it'll reach almost 200 max. So, proud of them. My Hero has always been a great anime to me. Has always been my favorite series, favorite manga, favorite franchise, because the characters. This is why, even though lately the animation for certain things, and I will never forgive Bones for what they did with Deku versus Shigaraki. I don't care. That was one of the biggest fights in the manga, and they low-key fucked it up. There was mid animation, and I will always go back to 2022 and relive that moment. It just really sucks that we saw that, and that's what the outcome was. Because if it was a fight that was cannon fodder, I wouldn't have been bullshit. But that was the most highly anticipated fight I was looking forward to, and Bones low-key fumbled the bag with that shit. So I can't say I'm happy about that, but everything else about Season 6 I thought was great, pretty much. There's still iffy animation. Even when everyone was fighting Shigaraki, there was some weird animation going on with that. So that's where it really dragged my, whole thing with freaking My Hero Season 6. It was still a great season. I'll say it probably was better than even Season 4 and 5. Honestly, probably close to being like number 1. I think Season 3 is number 1, then Season 2, and then I'll say even Season 4 is right above My Hero Season 6. Maybe not. I feel like even though My Hero Season 4, it kind of dragged a bit, or it started off kind of slow after the overall arc. It was shorter, but the fights, especially Deku versus Overhaul, was the best fight, and Endeavor versus Nomu was hands down one of the best fights in the series, and still is one of the best fights of the series. So there's no complaints about Season 4 too much. I know the only fight people kind of complained about was Mirio versus Overhaul, which I still, even though that one was kind of iffy, it was still great, and it still had the impactful moments that it needed and what was necessary for it. So my biggest concern, especially since we are going to get that rematch and we're going to get some other great fights in Season 7, I might do a TikTok video where I talk about my favorite fights of what's going to happen in this arc, because I've read the manga, I'm caught up, so I'm pretty sure I know there's going to be peak after peak. Next season after this will even be peaker. Like, the manga is just getting better with the action and fights, because we're in a war, we're in the endgame. This shit's gonna get darker and darker, so that's what I'm really looking forward to, and that's why Bones needs to step up, because I don't know if they can handle all these fights and give certain animation to a lot of fights. There's a lot of Todoroki fights, like with Todoroki and Endeavor, so especially Endeavor has one of the biggest fights that a lot of people are going to be surprised to see him fight this character. So I'm really hoping they give them the fights, the animation they need, because I think Endeavor is one of their favorite characters to animate, because Bones, I feel like they give their all when it comes to Endeavor, because Endeavor versus Nomu, that shit was gas, and still hands down was not just gas. The storytelling of Endeavor is just amazing. In the manga for this next fight, the storytelling's even more. I think this fight could be one of the best fights, is Endeavor versus someone. I'm not going to say it, but yeah, the fight with Endeavor that's coming up, that fight could be really impactful and even emotional, and just makes you, that's why Endeavor's easily like top 5, top 10 character in my opinion. But as I said, I really want Season 7 to be great. One of their best projects that Bones has worked on, animation consistency, was Mob Psycho, and they completed it. So I don't know if that means, okay, we're going to give some better animation, but I don't know. I do not know. But really, let's dive on into My Hero Season 7, Opening 1. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh my god. And it's called Tagatame. And the openings, gives you hope too. You're like, damn, the animation looks good, but sometimes just because the animation looks good for about a minute and 50 seconds doesn't mean the whole season will look as good as that. Stars and Stripes. Monoma Shinzo. Hawks. Edge Shot Best Genius. Who's that? Oh, Trader Reveal. We saw Invisible Girl's face. All the Nomus. Miracle Mommy. Shigaraki. Young Shigaraki. Yeah. The setting looks nice in the opening, like how shit's gonna be. Endeavor. Todorokis. The Todorokis! Oh, not the hands and the foreshadowing! The running! This is sick. This might be the best opening. Look at the running! Spider-Man! Clap. Yeah, they gotta pop off on their fight, bro. Class 1A, bro. Bubbles. Alright. SW. Yeah, officially came out today. At least that I'm doing this reaction. But, pretty good opening. I feel like I talked a lot more than actually listened. But the song sounded pretty damn good. And the whole running with all Class 1A, helping Deku, backing him up and shit, looks pretty damn good. So, after this, I'm going to actually watch the episode because I'm looking forward to it. And I work Saturday morning, so it's like, damn, I want to see it as soon as I get home and before I get spoiled and spoil myself because I'm always impatient. I remember when My Hero first came out. Well, I started watching My Hero 1 Season 3. No, I definitely know, the beginning of Season 3, I started catching up. And then maybe I started when Season 2, the end of Season 2 started. So I know when My Hero, I started watching it and really got into it, is Season 3 I started actually binging. Because that's when I started to catch up to it. And from that, the next 4 years after that, I just been watching My Hero. And it definitely has a good impact. And the manga's fire. Even if it's not the perfect thing, I think My Hero has a big influence on me. And I really do respect Horikoshi for that. And even Bones, I feel like they did great. But lately, it's just the animation. It's low-key just the animation. See, it's not like an anime that was carried by animation. That's why it's good. It's because the story, the characters, and everything else about it is pretty damn great. So people can't be like, alright, the animation, I'm going to drop it. It's still necessary, especially when this is a shonen and a superhero anime where heroes fight villains. We want to see cool fights with them and great animation when it comes to an animated series. So that's why we want that. But My Hero has never been that carried by animation, and I don't think that's why I made it what it is. It's the same with Demon Slayer. Yes, Demon Slayer's animation carries without it being so great. Maybe people wouldn't watch it, but also we don't know. If Demon Slayer started the way it started, it really goes besides the animation if the story was interesting. Which I think Demon Slayer's story is animation. I think the story is great for Demon Slayer. It's good enough. I'll be honest, one of the animes I think that carried by animation, and I feel like definitely wouldn't be as interesting, is probably Fire Force. I'm not gonna lie, at least to me, as let's say JJK and Demon Slayer and Fire Force, if you're gonna put those three together after their first 2 seasons, those JJK and Demon Slayer, they carry over. They're more elite to me than Fire Force, so respectfully, because Fire Force has this kind of humor that's a little bit childish too much to me compared to it, and then you got the girl fan service that gets over abused. Fire Force is still goated, but it's not JJK or freaking Demon Slayer, and I don't think it will be. So Fire Force, I think if that didn't have as good animation, I definitely wouldn't watch it compared to Demon Slayer and JJK. So yeah, but that's the only thing. Animation needs to be great this season. They might give us Blessed blesses up the first 5 episodes like they did last season, and then animation was still good, but there was some iffy moments. So, well, I gotta wait, the next couple months. I think the season doesn't start in May. It's probably gonna end, if it's consistent and no real delays, we'll probably be done by August. Maybe not that long. Probably the end of July to early August. I think this season will be over. We'll see. But enough me talking. As you can see, out of all the opening reactions, this is the most longest because I care about My Hero and I want it to be successful. Please, Bones, please. I was hoping there would be another studio to help them out, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That's a dream I do not think's gonna happen. But a long way to go to 100k subscribers. Try to get 500 subs by the end of this year. Try to get this video to at least 15 likes. I definitely think this will get a lot more views because it's My Hero and it's season 7 opening 12. So yeah, hope you guys like this. Peace, love, and subscribe, comment, and tell me what you're looking for in this season, because just tell me what character moments that you're looking forward to. Do not spoil it. Just be like Endeavor, Todoroki's moments, Deku's moments. Just say it. Alright? MGA squad, peace and love you guys. See you next time.